In striving to be believers, Tauheed Movement, those striving to advocate this deen, right? The purpose of what we're striving to do is to change the cycle. Striving to make a change, striving to be trendsetters. Again, we live in a land of decadence. So what are we striving to do? We're striving to Tauheed Movement. We're trying to advocate Tauheed. Allah gave us this Amaanee. He gave us this covenant, right? He gave us this responsibility of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. What are we going to do with it? Right? They got a saying, I can give it to you, but what you going to do with it? You got the deen, what you going to do with it? You got the ball, what you going to do with it? How you going to play with it? What you going to do with it? Best thing to do is to advocate this deen to the best of your ability. Be of the mu'mineen or be of the muhsineen. Right? So inshallah, our anthem or our slogan of Tauheed Movement is chapter 66, verse 6. Chapter 66, verse 6. This is the foundation of Tauheed Movement, let alone with other ayahs and whatnot. Chapter 66, verse 6, we keep saying it all the time. Again, Allah says, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. O ye who believe. So we're talking about those that are moving with action. O you believe. Save yourself. And the word that Allah says, Al-Fresnowwy. Save yourself, save your nafs. Wa ahlikum. And save your family from a fire whose fuel is men and stones. That's the objective. Let alone what I have not created jinn and men except that you may worship me, that you may worship me. Then Allah says, oh, you believe, save your nafs, save yourself, and save your family from the fire whose fuel is men and stones. Period. In a nutshell, that's our foundation of what we strive to do. Number one, oh, you believe, oh, I'm striving to be the mu'mineen, I'm going to follow with some type of action. What is Allah commanding me to do? He says, save yourself, save your nafs, save your soul. Right? But said on the day of judgment, everybody's going to be saying, nafsi, 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 my soul, my soul, my soul. You ain't going to be worried about nobody else on the day of judgment but you and your soul. Nafsi. Ain't nobody going to be there. Can't nobody help you. Your kids ain't going to be there. Your mom ain't going to be there. Your daddy ain't going to be there. Your husband ain't going to be there. Your wife ain't going to be there. Your cousins and all these people that we, you know what I'm saying, that we, inshallah, we should be trying to impress, they're not going to be there. It says you're going to say, nafsi, nafsi, my soul, my soul. Allah says, oh, you believe, save your soul, save your nafs from a fire. So how do you save your nafs? Going back to knowledge. Ta'aleem. Those who strive to obtain knowledge, Allah will make your path to paradise easy. So in order, how do you save your nafs? By gaining knowledge, not only gaining knowledge, but advocating that knowledge. When you gain knowledge, it ain't just to gain knowledge and say, well, I know that, or that was deep, or did you read that, or that was cool. No, read the knowledge, memorize the knowledge, and apply the knowledge. After you apply the knowledge, then you advocate the knowledge. You can't advocate nothing unless you're doing it yourself, which we're going to talk about next. So, how do I save my soul? I got to gain knowledge, and as much, whatever knowledge I gain, I got to try to apply it. That's why Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, when we learn the Quran, when we learn the ayat, we didn't move forward to another ayat until we learned that ayat, memorized that ayat, and then advocated that ayat, or implemented or applied that ayat. Once we started practicing it, then we would move on to another thing. Right? So when you gain knowledge, it's not just to gain knowledge, say, oh, that was deep, oh, that was cool, you know, alhamdulillah, that was fire. It means that you gain that knowledge and start applying that knowledge. This is how you save your soul. Knowledge, applying that knowledge, and advocating and practicing to the best of your ability. Right? You got to gain and understand your deen, Tauheed. The foundation is Tauheed. You don't understand Tauheed, you don't understand nothing. We already understand or talked about Tauheed is meaning what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in control of all things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything. Thus, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one in control or has the authority to lay down the rules and regulations and laws with regards to how I'm supposed to live my life. The blueprint of life, or what it is I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to not do, is based on Tauheed, or what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, or what the Prophet Muhammad said, through what Allah told him. Period. So how do I save myself? I'm saving myself by gaining knowledge, applying the knowledge, and trying to be the best that I could be in this deen. Trying to be the best I could be in this deen. Gaining knowledge, applying that knowledge, and practicing that knowledge. This is the foundation. Oh, you believe? Save yourself. First, I got to save myself. I got to make sure I'm cool. I got to make sure I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I got to make sure that I'm not hypocritical. Right? You can't talk about nothing unless you're doing it. Before you can give da'wah, before you can be a da'i, you got to make sure that you're one that's practicing it first. So that's why we're here. We're going back to the basics. Because even with regards to what we got going on arguing, we got to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do. Inshallah. Otherwise, we can't tell nobody nothing. That's why it's just us here today. Because we're going to make sure that we're straight. Before you can tell anybody anything, you got to make sure your own household is cool. You got to make sure you clean up your own backyard. So that's why we addressing what we addressing today. Oh, you believe, save yourself. So we're gonna make sure we straight, and everything that we supposed to be doing is straight. Oh, you believe, once you save yourself, then it said, then save your family. But you gotta save your family by showing them the proper way. As the Prophet Muhammad said, the best da'wah is not by talking. The best da'wah is by actions. People watch you. You ain't got to tell nobody nothing. They watching you. They listening to you. They listening to your language. They listening to the way that you conduct yourself. They're looking at the way that you dress. They're looking at your household. They're looking at everything about you. They're looking at you whether you keep your word. Is your word bond? Is your word solid? Are you a solid person? Are you a righteous person? How are your kids? What's your household like? What your kids like? They're looking at all of that. That's how you guide somebody to be. We trying to be of those changing the cycle. We trying to be of those who are being trendsetters. It's by our actions. Right? We say we Tauheed Movement. We say we trying to make a change. We trying to change the cycle. We trying to be different. Then it goes back to what it is that we're doing and what it is that we're not doing. Saving yourself and then saving your family from the fire whose fuel is minestrone. The only way that we can save our family is by first and foremost saving ourselves. If we're not doing the right thing, we ain't even saving ourselves, we can't save nobody. And again, the best job is by example. If you're not being a good example, right? If you're not speaking well, if you're not conducting yourself well. See, one thing about this, or anything in life, you can't fake it to make it. You can't fake this. You can't be like this 1 minute, then behind closed doors, or when you in another situation, or you in another setting and whatnot, you act differently or whatnot, right? You want to act like a Muslim here, then over there act like something else. Or speak like this around other people, then around other people you speak in a different way. You cuss it and whatnot and all these other things. The Prophet Muhammad was one who didn't use fahsha, right? Or fawahish. He wasn't one who had foul language. And we follow the example of the Prophet Muhammad, who was the best of examples. So thus we got to watch what we say, we got to watch what we do. Because everything that we say and we do can advocate, bring somebody to the deen, or you can hinder somebody from the deen. Allah says, who is more better than he, right? Who calls to Allah, who calls to the deen and work righteous deeds and said, I am of the Muslimin. Then Allah says, who is worse than he who hinders somebody from the deen? How do you hinder somebody from the deen? You can hinder somebody from the deen by doing dumb stuff. You can hinder people from this deen, right, by not advocating this deen properly. You ain't said nothing. You gave no type of da'wah, but somebody's watching you. At all times, you gotta understand somebody watching you. Let alone that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching you, His angels are watching you, but you got these people out here that's watching everything that you do. Your family's watching you. Your neighbors are watching you. The people around in your complexes is watching you. The people in the stores, when you're going out to go shop, whatever it is may be, they're watching you. How you talking to your kids? How you walking around in the land? Right? You can't fool Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu says, يُخَادِعُونَ اللَّهَ وَالَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ إِلَّا أَنفُسَهُمْ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ. They wish to deceive Allah and they wish to deceive the believers, but yet they only deceive themselves. You can't deceive Allah. Well, I'm gonna do this, but now watch this. I'm playing and I'm getting over and this and that. Well, I'm gonna deceive the believers. I'm gonna act like this and this and that. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, but they deceive themselves. وَلَا يَشْعُرُونَ. But they perceive it not. They don't even perceive that they fooling themselves. You ain't fooling nobody but yourself. You can't deceive Allah. You can't deceive the believer. You think you could deceive, but Allah said, but they deceive themselves. You're deceiving yourself. You're destroying yourself. Because one way or another, Allah is going to expose you, right? And Allah is going to expose you to the believers. They'll see. Because you can't fake it to make it. The best dawah is by example.